$1 million question is, how do you know when he's genuinely interested in you and not just sex? Well, I have the answer for you. I'm going to give you one by one telltale signs that the guy really likes you and he wants to take this connection seriously. Now, a lot of women, they go a little bit nuts trying to figure out if it's for real or if it's just a sexual thing, because men always are going to sexualize things when they like you. It's just a matter of a few other additional things that you should be looking out for that maybe you've missed before. And this is going to help, trust me. So if you really like him and you're trying to figure out whether this flirting is sleazy or whether it's based on something that matters and is meaningful and could potentially work out to be really beautiful. So here we go. Number one, he's going to listen to you. He's going to make an effort to listen to you ramble. He's going to pay attention to the stories that you share so that he can actually remember the things that you like. And he's listening for that information about you that he's vetting for to see, one, if you like him too, and two, if the two of you are actually compatible as a serious partnership. So number one, he's going to be paying attention. He's going to be listening and listening well. Number two, he's actually going to follow through with the things that he says he's going to do. So that shows you that he has integrity and he's reliable and he wants you to know that. So if he says he's going to call, he'll call when he says he will. And if he says he's going to do something, he'll show up and do what he says he's going to do. So he's going to be congruent. His actions and his words are going to line up. So number three, he's also going to initiate communication with you. Right? So a lot of times there's this, should I text? Should he text? What's going on? How many texts are okay? And that whole gaming thing is a little bit confusing. But with a man who's really interested in you, he's only going to be holding back as much as he should, just to not come on too strong and to not flood you or chase you away. But he will initiate communication, whether that's through text, phone calls, video calls. And this leads into the next one. He's going to want to spend time with you and share experiences with you. He's going to want to impress you. He's going to want to just do things to have fun with you because he really enjoys your company. So it's not just going to be the big stuff. He's going to want to just hang out with you as well. So men don't really friend zone women like women tend to friend zone men, unfortunately. But it is important for you to recognize the difference when it's okay that it's not like super exciting, because the two of you need to be able to just hang out and be quiet and subtle and calm together as well, right? So he's going to want to test those waters too. Or are you going to be a girl that just always needs to be wined and dined? Right? Sometimes that's great for show and for fun, but maybe not for like something long term. So he will definitely be seeking that out. Now, he's also going to want to let you get to know him a little bit more. So a man that's taking you seriously because he's genuinely interested is going to want to introduce you to his friends. He's going to want to introduce you to his family eventually. So he may wait a bit on that, but he is going to want to include you, right? Because he's going to be proud of you. He's going to be just excited, and you're just going to be a part of his life and his like time, free time in his mind. So you should definitely see that as something that's easy to come about versus something that you kind of have to force or coerce or request. You shouldn't even have to go there. And I wouldn't. I would just be very patient and not just sit back completely passively, but you want to make sure that you are not pushing or rushing any escalation in the relationship at all. You can very clearly communicate what you want out of the relationship by your actions, just like he is clearly communicating what he wants by his actions. And I can go through that with you next time as well, for the men maybe who are watching, or for the women to know what is a clear signal that you are interested, because that's important to know too. Now, just as a little caveat to add in there as a bonus, men, when they're interested in you genuinely, they want to share their ideas with you. They really want not just you to understand them, but they want you to admire their ideas and what they do and to respect them for that. Like, you're proud of them and you're rooting for them and you support them. So they also want to give you an opportunity to showcase that you are supportive and you do admire what he does and he does impress you. So it's not going to be like that shiny sort of putting it on type of persona, but it's going to be a genuine transparency. Like, he wants to open up a little bit with you and let you in. So you don't necessarily need to look for men who are being emotional. Like, that's not necessarily the sign of a man who's really interested. What you're looking for is a man who's really sharing what he's got going on and what his ideas are, what his goals are, his aspirations, and things like that. So let me repeat the list again, but you can look below in the notes section to write them down for yourself. So if I remember them correctly, I might check my notes, but the number one thing is that they'll make an effort to listen to you. Now, I'm not really putting these in order of importance, but the first thing that we talked about was he's going to be listening to you. He's going to be paying attention and remembering the things that you talk about, the things that you like, and he's going to be making those connections because he's trying to get to know you better. Now, he's also going to be following through with things that he says he's going to do. So he's going to be reliable and consistent and show his integrity. He wants you to trust him, and trust is so important for a serious relationship. So the other thing is he's going to initiate communication, and it's not going to feel like pulling teeth. There will be a nice balance between you initiating and him initiating, but it shouldn't just be like it's this game playing. He will initiate communication. He's also going to make the time to see you, and he's going to want to include you in his life. He's going to want to do things with you. He's going to want you to meet his friends and eventually his family. And for you also to know that he's going to share his ideas with you because he wants you to be impressed and to support him and to be involved in the things that matter to him on an internal level. So those are the 4 or 5 things, with the bonus, it's 5, that are important for you to know as a signal for if he's generally interested in you. Now, don't forget to subscribe if you like this video. And if you need to reach out to me and talk to me one-on-one, you can request that free 15-minute discovery call. The link's below. Ciao.